Finally, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been sent off. I don't have to worry about making any more Mario Kart games anytime soon. Oh, hey Miyamoto. It's me, Shigeru Miyamoto. Yep, we've known each other for 10 years. Did you get that new Mario Kart sent off? Yep, it's all been published and I'm ready for a well-needed break. Next one, please. Next what? New Mario Kart game, please. What? 2 words. Open world Mario Kart. That's 4. 24 players. Wall riding. Cow. I haven't seen my wife in weeks. The launch title for the Switch 2. Get on it. Oh, and make it $80. Okay. Mario Kart World has been a big part of online discussion recently, with some people praising it for its unique gameplay and others hating on it for being too different and costing 8,000 pennies. So for the sake of content, and definitely not because I just wanted to, I've played the absolute hell out of this game to form my own personal opinion, a foreign concept to some. And while some people may say the game is broken, I think that's why I love it so much. So without further ado, it's time to discuss
Mario Kart World!
Why does he sound different? This game sucks! In 1992, Miyamoto was driving his DK Jumbo to work and he had a brainwave. What if Toad could drive? And with that, Mario Kart was born. A series that would truly take over the world, each entry becoming more popular than the last. And with every release, Nintendo would push the boundaries of car. Mario Kart, 3D car, car for 2, car on the go, you're the car on the go, car on the damn roof, car on the damn roof. And now, thanks to the newest entry in the series, we have Car Go wherever the hell you want. Now, I was a really big fan of Mario Kart 8. Yes, Double Dash is my favourite, but if I put my nostalgia aside, I think 8 Deluxe was the best Mario Kart game at the time. It just had so much content. The driving felt pretty much flawless and it looked fantastic. So I went into this new game with expectations that were probably too high. This is the greatest Mario Kart ever made. The most important part of any driving game is, of course, the driving. So if you mess that up, your game isn't going to be very fun, cough cough. But thankfully, I'm happy to say that the driving in this game feels so good. I honestly didn't know how they could improve it more than the previous game, but somehow this game makes Mario Kart 8 feel like Mario Kart who gives a shit. They have utterly perfected the mechanics that are a staple to the series, like drifting, and also added some brand new features that feel like they should have been a thing from the start. First of all, you've got the charge jump, whereby holding the drift button while driving straight, you'll leap into the air. And while this seems pretty insignificant, it's the mechanics that require this jump that makes it so important. My favourite being wall riding. After charge jumping or tricking off a ramp, you can temporarily drive on pretty much every wall in the game. My realism is ruined, 0 stars. And this turns this game from little baby kart game thrown by Nana Luigi to what am I even doing? The course design in this game is able to be absolutely insane thanks to this mechanic, and I love pulling it off every single time. Watch this. Can I put this on my CV? And if the movement wasn't impressive enough, you can also grind on rails. And by rails, I mean pretty much anything that looks like a rail if you squint very hard. This paired with the wall riding means that the shortcuts in this game are the best they've ever been. And already people are mastering these mechanics, which means this game's skill ceiling is crazy high. And if you've got a problem with that, go play Balloon Battle. Loser. I've been absolutely loving trying out ridiculous shortcuts and techniques in this game, all thanks to these new mechanics. It's by far the most fun I've had playing a Mario Kart game by myself, and the only time I've ever played time trials. Furthermore, Mario Kart World has brought some brand new characters to the series, such as Piranha Plant, Cheep Cheep, and Your Mum. But additionally, every main character in the game has a huge selection of outfits to unlock. Yep, that's right, that does include B Wario. You get these by committing gluttony and transforming into a random costume. And this simple customization adds so much replayability to this game, as you're constantly unlocking new content every time you play as a new character. I've never wanted to play as Toad before, but then I saw you could turn into a burger, and now I'm Toad obsessed. Also, just look at how massive this character selection screen is. Look how much longer it takes to select Wario. As for the rest of the game, It's Mario Kart. Start driving on 2, throw crazy items at one another, come 24th. But what makes this game stand out from the rest is its main feature, and that is the open world. Gone is the traditional course selection, where each race takes place in its own little bubble, as now every track in the game is a part of this massive world. Bowser's neighbours with Toad? Oh, you think that's a video in the background of the main menu? Well, guess what, buddy? Press plus and wabam, you're in full-on free roam. This entire island, that's definitely not a flipped Hyrule, is yours to explore, and it is absolutely full of challenges and secrets. No matter where you go, you will find something to do, which put to rest a lot of people's worries that the open world gameplay would just be. If you don't enjoy single-player collectathons, this probably isn't the mode for you, but I absolutely love picking this game up and mucking about in free roam. I'm a goddamn UFO. Being able to fully explore each course in the game without the restriction of Lakitu grabbing you, get off of me, is so enjoyable as it lets you figure out the tracks at your own pace. Like when I was a kid, I would have loved to be able to fully explore Toad's factory, and now I have to pay taxes. Mario Kart Free Roam is right up my street. But the open world aspect doesn't end there, as this game also has quite possibly the most controversial feature in the series' history: driving between courses. In Grand Prix, rather than just starting the next race at the track, you have to drive from one to another through this open world. Now, I have mixed opinions on this, so I'll separate my thoughts into pros and cons. As for the pros, this really makes you connect with and feel the world you're driving in. After just a few hours, you'll start to recognize different parts of the island as you're driving through it. Additionally, despite what others may say, I actually do simply enjoy the act of driving from one course to another. I get why some people say, oh, it's just a straight line, which is fair enough, but I feel like there's enough variation and secrets that it still feels like a race. You can still do fun shortcuts, throw items at one another, and transform into a semi-truck. Classic Mario Kart. However, I do understand there are some negatives to this feature, like how obviously the actual tracks are a lot more interesting than the stuff in between. I would much rather drive through Moo Moo Meadows than the M1. Now luckily you are able to just play the game traditionally in versus mode, which means that if you want, you don't even have to deal with the in-between segments. However, this for some reason isn't an option in online, which feels just stupid. If it's an option in versus mode, then why isn't it an option in online? That just seems like common sense and something they'll hopefully fix pretty soon. Again, I personally still enjoy these segments, however, for the people that don't, the option would be nice. However, an undeniably great way this open world has been implemented into the game is through quite possibly my favourite / least favourite because it makes me so mad game mode, Knockout Tour. Imagine a mode where it feels like the last 10 seconds of a lap for the whole race. That's Knockout Tour. You drive across pretty much the whole map with checkpoints throughout, and at each checkpoint, the slowest chunk of players are eliminated. This means that you can't be messing about. You either race to the best of your ability or you're getting shot. This mode is so stressful, and the amount of times that I've been in first the whole race only to get sniped by a goddamn bomb at the very end has happened far too often, but I love it for that. Mario Kart World is an absolute mess. 24 players in one race means that there's more chaos than ever. And while I've seen a lot of people complaining about that, isn't that what Mario Kart's about? If there was no mayhem, then it'd just be like every other racing game out there. I obviously understand that this game wasn't made with competitive play in mind, and while I think it'd be a good idea for Nintendo to add some more options for those people, I can't fault the game for being aimed at casual players, as that's 90% of the player base. Mario Kart World is a true evolution of Mario Kart. Being able to jump off a ramp up a wall onto a rail is ridiculous, but that's the point. It really feels like this latest entry didn't hold back on what it wanted to be, and that's why, nostalgia aside, I think it's my favourite. Mario Kart World is a mess, and that's why it's a masterpiece. Alright, but genuinely, who is this? Thank you for watching. Lightly tap that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and remember, more like Mario Fart.